He can't even hold a gun, much less shoot it. Like I said, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, don't just sit there looking stupid, grasping your hands in pain. How about a little applause for the Waco Kid?
Greetings to you, conversationalists, thrill seekers, and fellow conservatives. This is David Russell at the David Russell Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. You can probably tell we are trying our best to look as close like Rush Limbaugh. The reason is he was the most successful radio personality of all times. He went to the podcasting or ditto cam arena late in his career and was extremely successful with that. I never missed an episode. Really miss him. Well, you can see we're trying to jump in this arena. We might not be as good as Rush Limbaugh. You know, he used to say he had talent on loan from God. Well, I'm asking for talent on loan from God and Rush Limbaugh. Now, our intro, as you've seen, is a little bit of AI trickery. It's from the great movie Blazing Saddle. And I'm from Waco, so I decided to use the Waco Kid scene and changed my face for, of course, the Waco Kid. The outlaws, the bad guys that wants to kill everybody. I decided I'd want to do Tampon Timmy Waltz as Slim Pickens, and Smiley. I thought there wouldn't be a better person than Serpent Head James Carville. Thought about changing the others. That took quite a bit of time to do the face swapping, and I decided, well, the others really didn't show up enough to change those out. Anytime I put an AI video, I'm not trying to fool anybody. I'll tell you it's AI, but I just love the levity that we're doing with things with AI. You know, that was one of the great things about Rush Limbaugh. He could use the theater of the mind to really make you feel what he's talking about and making fun of people. Now, you know, the people that's taking over for Rush, they're great. I mean, they're probably just fabulous people. But I miss the levity that Rush Limbaugh used to bring to news. So you can see our main thing we're trying to do here is inform you, just like Rush Limbaugh did, and we're trying to bring a little levity to it to make fun of these crazy liberals that's trying to destroy us and think we're not smart enough to see what they're doing. And we're going to find it, we're going to pick it apart, and we're going to expose what they're doing. Now, we talked a little bit about AI. I went into overload to try to make sure I had a system that could handle the AI, and whenever the liberals take over or think they're taking over and try to shut us down with what they call deep fake videos, we've seen it's not deep fake. Joe Biden was as senile as ever. It wasn't anything deep fake about it. And of course, we saw with Miss Clinton that she had issues also. So, but I will tell you, here's a clip showing the computer system that I put in just for this show. Here you go, tape number 2.
These computers give us instant access to the state of the world, troop movements, Soviet missile tests, shifting weather patterns. It all flows into this room and then into what we call the Whopper computer.
Whopper, what is that?
It's a War Operation Plan Response.
We're back. That, as I'm sure you know, is from War Games, showing the computer system. And in reality, that computer system, we've got more computing power in our phones than what they had back then. You can see everything that they was talking about. I went with a very strong gaming computer with help of a very intelligent person by the name of Kenny Swartz. If you live in McLennan County and you need help, contact me and I'll make sure you get his number. He is a great guy and he knows computers, computer programming, IT, and AI. This is the guy you want to help with your computer systems. Now let's talk a little bit about what this program or this podcast is going to be about. First of all, we're going to have a lot of short videos. And what I mean short, roughly around 10 minutes. Why? Because I'm a YouTube user. I love watching videos, but when I see some of these great personality that has 1, 2, or 3 hour programs, the first thing I think of is, do I want to invest that type of time to watch a show? And most of the time, no. I like these 10-minute shows. So for the most part, when I'm pulling up a news story of the day or multiple news stories, I'm going to keep it for 10 minutes. There's another reason too. This will be on some radio stations. I've already been contacted and I'm told, I don't know timing, don't know what stations. But if I can keep it in the 10-minute range, it can be an A block or a B block. We might have multiple shows per day. I'm pretty sure we will have at least one show a day. But it's going to be like you see with Rush Limbaugh, pulling apart the news of the day, analyzing it, discussing it, figuring out what other ditto heads would think about these products or these crazy things that these liberals are trying to do to us. And of course, in reality, all they're trying to do is line their pockets. Now you might ask, what type of qualifications do I have? Well, all the time Rush Limbaugh was on air, I was a ditto head. I was a traveling businessman that spent a tremendous amount of time in the car. And I would venture to say I heard just about every show. And the ones I didn't, I would end up pulling up the night of, because I was also a ditto cam person. What do you call someone that's been going to the Rush Limbaugh conservative studies for 33 years and not graduate? A ditto head. And that's me, and that's probably you too. Maybe I can say I'm an additional professor of the Rush Limbaugh School of Conservative Studies. And we're going to work together to see if we can't get the right business plan, the right studies for conservative studies, so we understand what we're dealing with. But there's more to it too. I'm also a politician in a small way. I'm a city councilman for the city of Woodway. Been that for 6 years now. I will be stepping off the council because I'm wanting to focus on this. And also I've been elected as McLennan County Chairman for Precinct 11, which is the central part of Woodway, Texas. We're going to try to work the precinct's chairman a little stronger than what we have seen other precinct chairs do. I don't know if you know what a precinct chair for a Republican Party is, but basically every precinct should make up about 5,000 people. We're responsible, or should be responsible, for helping inform our Republicans in our precinct and possibly some swing voters or maybe even Democrats that will vote for us about the issues at hand, elections, and how to keep this voter apathy, raise it up. Because the problem is we're seeing way too many people just not voting because they don't know who to vote for. I'm going to work on that in my area, but I'm also going to work on it right here on this channel. We'll also have a lot of interviews. Now those will be longer. More than likely 30 minutes, but they might be multiple section 30 minutes. I can tell you that I know a lot of politicians. I've been asked, I don't know how many different people have asked me if I can interview them for this channel. So you're going to get to know some serious politicians and ask some good questions that hopefully you would want to ask, and get a feel for why you might want to vote for this person. Also, we're going to talk about every one of the seats that are up for election, what they do. Too often people go, why are we voting for judges or district clerk? What does that do? We're going to explain that. Now, I don't know on other states, but maybe you can help me with that. And I'll try to look that up as we go through this. I know a lot, probably more than most, even city council members, of what goes on at a city level and also at a school board level. We've been talking about property tax for quite some time. And, you know, the problem is we're complaining to the wrong people to get these things fixed. I can tell you a plan on how we can make a major difference on property tax. You got to stay tuned for these ideas. We're also going to have How to Make America Great series. Now, we almost named this show, instead of the David Russell podcast, How to Make America Great podcast, because there's so much to that. We have other series that we will be talking about very soon. Every election, we're going to be talking about it. I don't know if you can see my sign. It's a little blurry because of the lights, but the EIP, that's for Rush Limbaugh. I don't know if you remember, he used to have EIB Network. That's Excellence in Broadcasting. I have the Excellence in Podcasting. Now, you might see it and go, man, this is awful editing, this is awful whatever. I'll get better. This is the first. I'll do it every day, and you'll see at least a 1% improvement every day. Please subscribe, like and subscribe, and share. Share will get this out to more people, and we want this information to get out. You want it, I want it. We've got a lot of things we want to cover. So let's work on this together. You'll soon see a webpage where you can converse with me. There will be a lot of different new things, but I wanted to start January 1, 2026 with this podcast. Thank you for watching, and I've got something left here. Stay on here for another minute, because I think you're going to like this next little edit.
And that's the way it is.
That's all, folks.